I am a little confused. You would think that the court system would be more on it than it is. It's bad enough that I got called into the court twice for something stupid. First, well, both times someone had lied about what actually happened. And I go to court. The first time, come to find out, if you so much as touch a person, that's considered assault and battery. Did you know that? I did not know that. If you hug a person, it's assault and battery. If you kiss a person, it's assault and battery. If you show that you care, it's assault and battery. Oops, dropping my camera. That's stupid. That's old business. Out of here. The person who was the problem doesn't live here anymore. I don't have to deal with that. But this time, a lot of you have seen my big brown dog. His name is now Gunner. We have adopted him officially. And he was accused of attacking someone. Better yet, dang computer or camera. Better yet, this guy accused me of opening the door and allowing the dog out to attack him. It is a little difficult when the guy's outside the door and the dog's inside the door. One's on the left side, one's on the right. What actually happened was the dog jumped up. He was barking. He has a scary bark. He jumped up on the door, and when he did, it knocked, there's a screw on the door, and it cut the guy's hand right there. And he was holding a box, so his hand got caught between box door and dog type of thing. No big deal. I bandaged him up, and I felt really bad. And I was like, if there's any bills, I'll be happy to take care of it, which I doubt there would be. Ended up going to court accused of my dog viciously attacking the guy. Didn't happen. Thankfully, yours truly is knowledgeable enough to have her guns loaded, as they say, before I went into court. And I had a pile of paperwork that thick when I went in there with my evidence. Now, with my disability, I get in there and my brain checks out and I can't talk and nothing logical comes out. This is a big reason why I document the daylights out of everything. So I go in there. I hand the whole business to the judge. He looks it over, says, okay, you got, he checked off, there was a long list of you scrubs, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. And I said, well, here's the biggest problem is all those things as if I was the owner. I was not the owner at the time. We adopted the dog after the fact, 2 weeks after the fact. When asked, he said, why, as an owner, you should have taken care of all that stuff. And I said, it wasn't our dog. I said, why didn't you adopt the dog sooner? I said, it's because all that stuff wasn't taken care of. We didn't want to adopt the dog until the stuff was taken care of. Come to find out, we did miss one thing, and we did get told to get it taken care of, which we did. The dog has to be chipped. And it's like, okay, no biggie, we got it taken care of. But what got me was I was told at that time I would have to come back in 45 days because they needed to have time to check with the person to make sure there was no medical bills before we settled everything. Okay, pretty much everything was dropped except for one thing. There was a fee on it, no big deal. I figured that would happen. If the dog jumps up, if a dog barks, it's considered aggressive. Dog doesn't have to touch it, and if somebody got hurt, the guy, granted, the guy did get hurt, but he didn't get hurt from a dog bite. He got hurt because the door got him, but the door got him because the dog jumped up on the door. One of those things. But, so we were told to come back in 45 days so that we can find out if there's any medical bills and then settle up everything at that. So pretty much everything was done, taken care of. Fine. I go into court today Again, I have to show all of my evidence, not only to the judge, but now they have an attorney. I didn't have to deal with an attorney before. And why am I having to go through all this crap again? You know, I was told I didn't have to. All I had to do was just settle up a medical bill. That was it. And I'm like, I'm a little confused. And so I had to give the judge and the attorney all of the paperwork that I gave the judge last time to show that what was going on, plus a progress report on how the training's coming along. And the dog is right there in the courtroom, laying down, taking a nap, snoring pretty good. This big, bad, aggressive dog is taking a nap in the courtroom. Right. So it was funny. So I'm standing there confused, and then the attorney starts accusing the dog of biting, and I'm like, no, we went through this before, and the paperwork's right there. Try again. Finally, the judge again says, well, we're just going to wait until we get the medical information so we can settle up on the medical bill. And I looked at her kind of confused. I said, that's what I came in for this time. And she goes, well, yeah, a lot of times we send the paperwork out and it comes back, well, we don't need anything, we're good, you know, it's not a big deal. But we never sent the paperwork out. So I have to go back to court because the courthouse forgot to send out the paperwork that needed to be dealt with. So now I got. What would happen if I forgot to do something? What if I just forgot to show up? What if I forgot to do paperwork? What if I forgot? Okay, we all know what would happen if I forgot. But they forgot. How do you deal with that? And that's, you know, even the bills, you know, it's like, oh, we sent you a check for more money than you should have gotten. You know, I'm on disability, and, you know, oh, we accidentally sent you too much money. And that's my fault. How? You know, I don't feel comfortable with a government that does not perform in a professional manner. I'm sorry, if I'm expected to perform in a professional manner, I only think it's right that the government who I am having to deal with has to be professional. What's your thoughts? I bet this would be an open forum that will go crazy. So now we're going back on the 29th of June. At least there is a note on there that we do not have to go back again if they screw up. At least that's in my favor. We'll see what happens next time, right? Good night.